this Kim?
Yes,
Hi, it's Joanna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Um, have you done a reading, but have you had readings done before?
I went to a medium a couple of times before, but never with. I don't think she used the tarot cards or anything. She just
Okay.
was like she talked to the spirits and stuff like that, but she didn't use the tarot cards from what I remember. It was a couple years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing I like to tell people is what I do first is I do just a regular, like a spread like I do in my videos to kind of see if I can gather what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if you want, I can keep doing spreads based on your topics, or we can get into specific questions. So, also, the more open that you remain to the process, the easier it's going to be for me to read.
Okay.
Um, because some people shut down and then I can't read them, or the messages don't come across as valid. So, I just like to let people know that. Um, now, what I'm kind of picking up, I'm picking up slightly on the number three. Do you have like three kids?
Yes.
Okay. Um, have you walked away or been trying to walk away from somebody, move away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I'm feeling like that situation isn't quite finished. Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay. So there's now are you married to this person?
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel like there's just been bickering and fighting. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. So I'm being told that basically it's like the magic is gone. The interest in this person really has gone to the wayside. And I feel like he's kind of knocked you down in some, like in I don't, I'm not really speaking physically, but he's knocked you down like in a spiritual, emotional way. Is that
Yes.
true?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. So I feel like whatever, powers or whatever, he had, he used it in a manipulative way um, to control you. We have the magician here. I like to ask people if they have had a lot of readings because sometimes they know tarot cards and they want me to show them. But we have the magician here, and it's just like it's like an abuse of power. We have um, also here. Did you meet him online or at work?
um, it was like I met him back in 2003, so it was like a phone thing, like kind of how
Okay.
you, yeah, like a chat line.
Right, right. Okay, so some kind of communication that way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, this is now, was there ever a third person involved that you're aware of?
Now that's why I left.
Infidelity?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Because I'm picking up three children and then possibly a third person. And he was hiding it, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because that's why I was picking up three. So where are you living with family now?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, and you're kind of uncomfortable there, is that right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least I'm picking stuff up here. So, all right. So, now when did you leave?
October.
Okay, October. Okay.
21st. October 21st.
Okay. Okay. So, in terms of and is he still with that woman?
Yeah, she moved in the day I left.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh-uh. Oh, how terrible.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so because when I first called you, I could tell that by your voice, even though you said things are okay, I could tell that something was wrong. So how are you doing? How are you handling all this? Are you just kind of like a basket case, or
I was at first. And then there were then things kind of settled down, and then he tried to draw me back in, and then he just did even more horrible mind games. Um, and then since February, I've kind of just been like whatever with him. Now it's more of an issue with the children. Um,
Okay.
so now he's using that as a reason to keep me drawn in for his arguments and things like that. Like I'm trying to not be involved with him and deal with him as much as possible, but he uses them as a way to communicate with me and then drag me into arguments.
Okay. Well, I feel like he is mentally unstable.
Yeah, I was.
Like they're like I don't know if he's got bipolar.
He's not diagnosed with anything, but I'm pretty sure he has something.
I
So,
feel like yeah, when the magician comes up in reverse, it's a pretty powerful card, but in reverse, it's really powerful in a very negative way. So it talks about manipulation. It can really represent mental illness.
yeah,
So I feel like with the cards that I saw that he's just not stable. He's not healthy for, so beware that he will do whatever he can in his powers to manipulate you.
yeah,
Um, I'm sure that you're aware of already because you know him. So, but yeah, so just my what the cards are telling me is that it's just an unstable, unhealthy environment. Now, I also feel like you're not very comfortable in your house either.
right, yeah,
So but I think the house is better than being with him.
definitely.
Okay. All right. So now what did you want me to look at next, Kim?
Um, well, we have with the custody, we have a date coming up, and I just want to know if things are going to go more in my favor for because I want a specific thing to happen, and he's totally against it, and
Okay.
I just need to know if it's going to go more my way or if he's going to get away with what he wants, and yeah,
Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay. So what are the messages regarding so it's a custody hearing that you have coming up.
right.
Okay. What are the messages regarding the custody hearing? Will Kim get what it is that she's asking for? What are the messages, Spirit? What are the messages? What are the messages? Will Kim get what she's asking for? All right, let's see. Hmm. Um, I kind of feel like it's going to be a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I don't feel like, I think he's going to use some kind of deception or trickery to possibly get what he wants.
Yeah,
Um, what's his name? His
Jerry,
first name?
Gerald.
Gerald. Okay. Um, I just really get a sense of imbalance. Does he drink a lot?
I honestly don't know about now, but he did while he was with us. He went to the bars a lot, and
Okay.
yeah,
I'm not really feeling like anybody's going to be victorious though. I'm not feeling like anybody's a winner. I think that in some way though the hearing will help. We've got the world here. It'll help close a cycle,
okay,
which will be positive. So there's going to be something good that comes from it.
yeah,
But I just feel like The chariot represents victory. God, I'm really dizzy all of a sudden. I think he's drinking or he's really out of balance. The chariot talks about balance between the dark and the light,
Right.
and moving forward in a strong positive direction. In reverse, it's like there really is no victory, and I'm getting like you guys are stuck. You're stuck on a point. I'm also with the Empress here. This represents three, but this also represents a mother figure, which obviously you're a mother. And in reverse, it's like she's not a happy camper.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think whatever it is, it's going to be a battle. You might discover some stuff that maybe you didn't know
Mm-hmm.
during this hearing. What Spirit is telling me, though, is to remain strong and steadfast in whatever you believe.
Okay.
So I feel like overall it's going to be a battle. I don't feel like, you know, I don't really feel like anyone's going to win, but I do feel like there's going to be some closure, and it's with the world. I feel like, it's the fact that it's upright, it's in a positive
Yeah.
way.
Well, this is the thing that's keeping him from constantly contacting me, the custody of the children. Um, so once all this is dealt with, it's all in writing, and then there's no reason for him, because then it'll be set, like when he has the kids and things like that. So I can definitely see the closure and stuff with that, because then I really don't really have to deal with him except for when he comes to pick up the kids. So I can see
Right.
that. Yeah.
Now, one thing also I'm kind of picking up is wherever you are, when he comes to pick up the kids,
Mhm.
do you have an attorney?
I have spoken to one, but I didn't get one yet because they told me that with this first hearing, if he doesn't agree, then it goes to court, and that's when I'd have the attorney. But I have one that I'm talking to and will sign up with once I need them.
Okay, because one thing I would just suggest is, if you can in writing or something, have it so that when he comes to pick up the kids, he does not come in the house.
Yeah, he's not allowed in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, it
But
might.
even when you move
Mm,
and you're on your own, just make sure that he knows he's not allowed in that house either, because
okay.
I feel like he's so manipulative that he can kind of, I feel like I get the word weasel.
Okay.
Like he'll weasel his way into you however he can. And so even though he may not be allowed in your parents' house, don't let him come into your house either, because he's one of those people that, will try and mess up people's boundaries and try and knock you off your foundation, or, I don't know. But you do have a lot of strength.
Hmm.
And so definitely, utilize that. And so are you fighting for sole custody?
I'm fighting for full legal because my kids have two. I have twins and they have autism. So I've been making since they were born all their medical choices and things like that. He wasn't really involved. So now all of a sudden he wants to be involved with all these choices, but then I have to track him down and then he doesn't always answer me. So it makes things more difficult when it comes to these major choices with their treatments. So I want to do full legal custody. As for physical custody, there's a problem with his girlfriend's son hitting on my son, who's 4. Her son's 11. And
God.
there was two times where he was caught down with my son's pants down that I was informed about after the fact. So that's why he doesn't get the children anymore overnight until court decides. So that's what our major sticking point is her son's behavior towards mine. So we have that problem right now. So I don't know, when I talk to my lawyer, that's when we figure out what we're going to do with the custody, the physical custody, because I honestly don't want my son in a house with that child. He's much bigger than him, and I don't want anything to happen. They don't watch them properly.
Oh
There's
God.
6 kids in the house when my kids go there. She has 3 of her own. So they don't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a scary situation for me. So that's what the major sticking point with the custody issue is right now. So I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go with physical custody. I mean, I'm definitely going to be primary, but I don't know if I want him to have overnights or not or anything like that with that child around mine.
yeah, I don't think I would either.
Yeah.
What, who was caught with their pants down?
My son, her 11-year-old son was in the room with my 4-year-old son, and they caught them together like that. When it first happened, my Jerry was disgusted by it and everything else because him and her took a little break from each other, and that's when I found out about it. Then they got back together, and now all of a sudden he's trying to say it's an innocent pantsing and it was nothing major. But when it happened and I found out about it, it was the complete opposite. So I don't know. I was like, you're either lying about what happened to our son to cover up for another child, or you're lying about an 11-year-old child. I don't know which. Either way, it's kind of twisted, and I can't trust my son there with you now because you leave him unsupervised too much. They leave the 11-year-old in charge of all the 5 other kids. So
Oh my gosh, that's even legal.
no, it's not. No.
I would make sure that that gets brought up.
Yeah.
I think wow, yeah, I would not want overnight stay.
Right.
And well, I was gonna say something about that's just a very, very bad environment, and I would let them know that the 11-year-old is watching 5 children. That's crazy.
I have it writing. When they took a break from each other and she was mad at him, she wrote me a 5-page email that says all this stuff. So I have it in writing from her saying that this was how the house was ran then. So
Okay.
yeah, all that's being brought up.
So basically, because what I'm picking up, and I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm picking up that he really wants the children just so he doesn't have to pay you more child support.
Yep, that's why they took their little break. He was trying to get me back home so that way. This was right after support hearing too, and he found out how much he had to pay me. He tried getting me back home. Thankfully, I didn't fall for it because they weren't actually on a break. They had a deal where she would move out and they would still see each other behind my back. He's like you said, manipulative. It's very
Uh,
it's
he is so deceptive. I was looking at this card, and it's just, you know,
yeah.
he makes me sick. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
shouldn't say that.
he makes me
But
sick too, so trust me.
yeah, because I see threes all over the place,
Mm,
and it's weird that she's got 3 children, you've got 3 children, and then there was the triangle,
yeah.
and, um, yeah, so I do feel like, well, I would like to know if you happen to remember to let me know what happens, in terms of this court. When's the court hearing?
May 28th.
Okay, May 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you happen to remember, just shoot me an email because I do feel like he's gonna, just try and battle everything out.
Yep.
You know, I don't even know. Yeah, he's like delusional.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
get delusional. I really think he's like bipolar or something. Something's not right with his brain, with his head. His thinking is, um, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else did you want me to look at?
My love life. If anything is happening, or if maybe I should just not try right now because I got so much of this crap going on, or
Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, ooh, some card just flew out there. Let's just see what that is. Okay. It's the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about comfort in home. So hopefully that will be coming in shortly for you. That would be excellent.
yeah.
Okay. What are the messages regarding love for Kim? What are the messages, Spirit? Do you want to say like over a period of time? Do you want to look at like the next year, the next
Um,
12 months?
I'd like to see like maybe within the next 6 months what's going to happen, because just short term maybe.
Okay, another card just flew out, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning, a new, somebody's going to make you an offer, or, invite you somewhere, maybe that you meet somebody. Have you met somebody already?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Do you have a wedding to go to coming up?
No.
No. Okay. Because sometimes that represents like a wedding or a path. Let's see. Okay, what are the messages? What are the messages, Spirit, regarding Kim? Another card fell out. That's death. That's also being able to transform. It's like a rebirth, and looking at, hope in the horizon. But I feel like in reverse that you might, we'll see what the cards finally say, because they just keep flying out all over here.
Yeah.
But you might have to go through some kind of transformation so that you don't, pick up, that you're healed from this last one, because this last one is a doozy.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you had 3 kids with him, right?
11 years together. Yeah.
So that's something that, requires some healing, just so you don't go and meet somebody who is like him again.
Right.
Okay, so what are the messages regarding over the next 6 months in terms of love for Kim? What are the messages for her in regards to love, intimate love, a relationship? What are the messages, Spirit? Messages. Wow. There's that card again.
Yeah.
The one that fell out. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune underneath. Wow, okay. That, and okay, so I think that balance is going to be very important. I do feel like something is going to come in, but this card is like the divorce card.
Okay.
And do I feel like there may be somebody who makes an offer, or asks you out or something in the next 6 months, but I don't feel like it's going to be long term. I do feel though that your fortune, things will start to turn around for you, but we have the Chariot again, of course, in the reverse. I feel like, Spirit is saying, be very careful, listen to your intuition in regards to the next person that comes along, or any person. Let me just look here. See, I still see this, representing your ex in a way as, don't move too quickly. Make sure that you're in a good place, in a balanced place, and that person is also, because I feel like there's still more healing to be done. At least the Magician's now in the upright.
Right.
So I feel like down the road, but in the next 6 months, I still feel like this energy of Gerald is still there.
Okay.
Like it's not totally, but I do see possibility of love coming in very soon after that.
Okay.
But I feel like it's because we have 2 7s in a row. We got the 7 Chariot and the 7 of Wands. So I still feel like there's still a battle brewing, or he's going to try and make your life difficult. So whatever you do, if you meet somebody, I would try and keep it on the down low
Yeah.
because he just seems like he just wants to fight with you.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, like, by our conversations and things.
Yeah, it's like he just wants to stir up trouble, is what I'm getting. So his name's Gerald. Did you tell me what his sign was?
He's a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so those are the messages. I don't see love in the next 6 months, but I'll tell you, time is not an easy thing to do. I don't care how good you are.
Right.
Time is difficult. But, we have a seven here, eight. Maybe, I think possibly within the year,
Okay.
you may have met somebody. But really listen to your intuition and make sure that you're in a good place because this guy is, it's like going through like a war. I feel like he's just like you've been through a battle
Yeah.
with this person, and um, I just, I don't like his energy at all. And he's really out for himself. So I'm surprised that he's found somebody that quickly. But
Well, she's damaged too. So she was my friend since I was 14. So I know.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
it was one heck of a.
Look, because right underneath here is the childhood card. This is like somebody from childhood. I feel like their relationship really is like more physical than anything.
Mm.
But I don't know. I just, I think he's a difficult person to connect to. Does that make sense?
Well, he has so many. He lies a lot about himself. Like, he even lies to himself, and I think he starts to believe it. Like, he can't keep them straight anymore. So it causes friction with people he knows, or things that happen. He'll change it to make it more favorable for him and swear that's how the things happened when it wasn't. So I have no. He's a. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I see him like this is like the card of the victory because he's coming up all in here. I
Hmm.
feel like he's going to try whatever he can to like throw you off
Hmm.
balance so that he can't come in. I just feel like, this is a false victory. Like he feels victorious,
Right.
but it's not a true victory. It's more all in his head.
Hmm.
Um, so he sees himself a certain way and when he's really not that. So, yeah, so I think that, do you feel like you have good intuition?
Um. Well, I do. But for the last 11 years, he's tricked me. So I I don't know. But like I usually know. Um. I go with my feelings
Uh-huh.
over logic, I guess, and that usually leads me good. So.
Okay, because the High Priestess is a very beautiful card, and she comes up. But that means that usually that you are very intuitive and you have like psychic abilities. Listen to your intuition.
Hmm.
I feel like maybe over the next 6 months you'll be planting seeds for something to grow in the future. So that's another message that Spirit is telling me. So, like
Okay.
here with this card, I feel like it's the beginning of something new that will be coming in, if not in 6 months, a little bit after that. So just make sure that you do whatever you can to build back, your self-esteem or and put a little protection around you, like a little shield whenever you're near him,
Mm-hmm.
because he's just full of toxicity, and will do anything to throw you off balance is a message that I'm getting, and try and get in your way any way he can. So you just want to protect yourself and limit yourself to any exposure with him, and make sure that when you do get your own place, that he is not allowed in
Yeah.
he can sit in the car and wait for the kids to go out.
Okay. Yeah.
So make sure, it's very important to set boundaries and protect yourself from him, because he's like a scorpion. I mean, they sting you once, and it can really get you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so do what you can to start working on yourself, and so that when you do meet this next person coming in, that you're grounded and you're in a better place, and you feel good about yourself, and um that'll help for a better relationship. That's what I'm being told.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, all right. Well, I think, is our time up? Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, I wish you the best. And, if you remember, Kim, just send me an email, let me know how the hearing went. I'll be curious, because it also helps me with the interpretation of the cards,
Yeah.
to know. But also, I'd like to know, hopefully you do win. And, I mean, wins, so to speak, because there's no victories in this kind of situation. But at least you've gotten away for now, and the kids are away, because you know I feel like you all need to be shielded from him. So I really do hope that you get what it is that you want, because I feel like you're the healthy one.
Well, thank you. Because
Yeah.
after all this, I don't. He has me second guessing myself on everything. So,
Oh no, don't let him do that.
yeah.
Remember, he's delusional, is what I'm picking up. He's walking around like he's Mr. Victory here, and he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't let him do that, because he's been doing that to you for 11 years, and he's going to keep trying.
Yeah.
So, and remember, he'll say one thing and the next minute say the opposite, and not even remember which is true. So he is the magician in reverse. He's Mr. Manipulative and doesn't want to see you happy.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy that you got that from the
Oh,
beginning. I
well,
appreciate it.
nice to talk to you. I hope this helped you in some way.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Remain strong. Okay.
Okay.
Let that line. Okay.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.